Hello everyone, we are Team DefenseMekanism, here to showcase to you our prototype of our tower defense game called RobotInvazion. Our game is still incomplete, lacking features such as more towers, game gimmicks, maps, and game assets. However, it is currently a playable game and we would like to show you our current progress in the development of our game. When a player launches our game, he will be presented with this main menu screen. The player has the option to play the game, load a previously unlocked level, or exit the game. Load game is still in development and we will show exit game later in the video. For now, we shall play the game. As you can see on the bottom right of the screen, the next wave text is counting down to the next wave. Waves come in every 10 seconds, giving the player enough time to construct his turrets and plan the attack on the enemies. The player can also use the WASD keys on his keyboard and the scroll functionality of his mouse to pan and zoom into the playing field to allow the player to place his towers with more precision. Enemies will take the grey path as shown in the screen, moving from the green spawn location all the way to the red location. Enemies come in 5 different formats: normal enemies, tanks, speedsters, healers, and specialized enemies. For the easy level, healers and specialized enemies are removed for a more enjoyable experience for a casual gamer. At the bottom left of the screen, we can see that the player currently has $100. This is the currency needed to purchase the towers as shown on the left of the screen. Whenever the player turrets kill an enemy, cash is added and he will be able to purchase more towers to fight the enemies. If a turret is currently placed on location, another turret will not be allowed to be placed there. Additionally, if the player does not have enough money, a red square will be shown on the playing grid, rendering the player unable to purchase that turret. Currently, I am clicking on the turret and no turret is being placed there. If I add more turrets into the game and do not have enough money, you can see the red square. We currently have 2 working implementations of turrets. They are the normal turrets, which target enemies individually, and the AoE turret or missile launcher that fires a missile and explodes, killing enemies in an area. Currently, all enemies will die when a projectile lands on them, but we intend to include a health system such that towers will gradually deduct the health of enemies. Here is now more gameplay footage of what our turrets are intended to do.
Let's say the player decides that he wants to pause the game. The player can have the option to click on the pause button located at the top right, or he can press the escape key on his keyboard to pause the game. Clicking the escape key again, or clicking on the resume button will unpause the game. On the other hand, if the player decides to restart or quit the level, he can simply click on the restart and quit button respectively. The player starts off with 15 lives. As seen on the bottom right, when the number of lives reaches 0, the player loses the level. As part of having a good user experience, most, if not all, in-game actions will be synced with some sort of sound effects or animation. For instance, building a tower will have a building sound, with some blue particles appearing on the square tile on which the turret is built. When a turret shoots, it will trigger a shooting sound. Moreover, if an enemy passes the endpoint, a sound will be played to indicate that lives are being lost. In addition, we have also included in-game music to create suspense and achieve a more immersive experience for the player. To win the game, the player will need to defeat the enemies in all the waves while still having at least one life left at the end. To know if there are no more waves left, the bottom right of the screen will show no waves left. Winning the game will display a green screen with the option to play again, proceed to the next level, or quit the level. On the other hand, if the player loses, a red screen will be presented. The player can then choose to restart the level or quit the level. Both winning and losing will trigger sound effects as part of having a good user experience. When the player completes all the levels in the game, he will be presented with a congratulations screen. Again, he will be able to either return to the main menu or directly quit the game application. While our game is still largely incomplete, we have included various core features and intend to add more in the future. We hope you will try our game and would certainly appreciate feedback on how we can improve our game further. Thank you.